Hey friends, welcome to this live. This is my first live on YouTube, and I'm really excited to be doing this. If you are here, let me know in the chat. I feel like I'm in a new country right now because I'm using um, YouTube Live that I've never used. And so if you guys can see me, hear me, or if you're watching the replay, let me know in the chat. I would love to hear from you. So, I am coming on here today to talk about the subject that a lot of teachers ask about, and that is where to find clients online. There is so much information about this, and I really would love to give you some pointers, particularly when it comes to finding clients when you're just at the beginning of your journey. And as I am talking about that, I am sharing with you the link to the Online Teacher Summit. It's right now in the comments, and you can check it out. This is the event that I put together once a year in May for online language teachers and coaches who want to build sustainable and fun businesses on their own terms. And by fun, I mean these are the businesses that actually bring them pleasure, not the businesses that they feel like they have to run or things that they have to do in order for this business to move forward, but actually something that's fun and pleasurable for them. And believe it or not, you can't create a business like this. And it's not something that is out there only for specific people that are super special and different and not like you. It can be your reality. And we are the ones making this reality anyway. So, if you are interested and curious about the Online Teacher Summit, even though it starts in May, I encourage you to join now because not only do you get a lower amount that you pay, you also get an incredible pack of bonuses that include my workshop on financial planning, my workshop on where to find clients or how to find clients overseas and not depend on the fluctuating currency. You will be able to get access to the best creme de la creme summit flicks. So a series of videos from the past summits. If you haven't attended, it is amazing. And you will also get a chance to watch me doodle tiny little doodles and join me. I create special mini doodles, and I invite you to do that as a part of your weekend, creative weekend activity. It is incredible in how it completely expands your consciousness and allows you to be more open to new ideas and things and strategies. So I hope that this is something that you will take advantage of. And in the meantime, I'm going to talk about where to find clients, right? If you teach online, if you have been working on a platform or with a platform for a while, maybe it's one of those big ones out there, and you want to start your own thing, and you're like, well, how do I get to it? How do I have my own clients? How do I find them? So the very first thing to do is to tap into your network. And you, of course, will think, oh, well, but who of all the people that I know on social media? But yes, there are people that you may know on social media, your email contact list, maybe even your phone contact list. There will be people among them who have friends that might need your services or who themselves may need your services, but they actually never know. They live in their world and they may not even be paying attention that you have classes and that you actually have a business. And reaching out to these people is a hope that people will find out and make exactly that you, and then they will come to you and ask you, can we together. Well, it doesn't work that way. You really want to make sure people know that. And in order to do that, you want to tap into your network, right? Into the people, maybe your past clients that you've had. This is your incredible opportunity to do that. And it's easy to post on social media or even write an email. And if you have been struggling with that, or you feel like you'll be struggling with that, put it on your calendar. And once you put it on the calendar, treat it as though it's an appointment, a doctor's appointment. You're not going to avoid it, especially if you know if it took you a while to get that appointment, you are not going to say, oh, no, I'm not feeling well. Yeah, you actually are going to show up no matter what. So show up for yourself. You are your appointment, and honor the word that you give to yourself. It's super important. Then the second is when you talk about where to find clients. The second strategy is other people's network. You can go to people and you can ask them, do you know anybody who has online groups or that has, communities where people are learning a language? Maybe they have a podcast. Maybe they have a YouTube channel that I could be a good fit for. Can you please recommend me to these people, or just give me their contacts and I will connect with them and refer back to you? So this is also kind of scary when you step out of your comfort zone of, well, I don't know where to find clients. And what usually people say when they say, I don't know where to find clients, is nobody's knocking on my door and telling me, hey, can you please teach me? And that's okay, because when you're starting out, there's a lot of noise out there, and people may not necessarily reach out or seek you out in order for you to help them. Right? And so it is kind of your responsibility to make yourself available, to go out to other people's networks and say, yeah, you can create your own social media, but it's going to take you a while, building your own social media presence. But if you go to people that already have their social media presence, how much more can you reach? How many more people you can reach, and how much more you can do and offer when you have that network. And sometimes people say, well, but why would somebody with a bigger network want me? And that is what is holding a lot of people back. But the thing is, now, you may not necessarily go to somebody with a huge network, right? You may go to somebody and connect with somebody who has a smaller network than yours, or a smaller network, but maybe a little bigger than yours, right? Maybe it's a medium-sized network. And these are the people that usually struggle with putting the content out there, and they want to create some content that is going to benefit their audience and that is going to benefit their people, their communities. And when you go there and this person, when you have seen their work, have been to their groups, you can tell them and offer to them exactly the content that might be helpful to their audience. So you can reach out and say, hey, I can do a podcast or a live talking about this specific problem that your students or people in your community might have. Would you like to have me? So tapping into other people's network is incredible. It's like a shortcut to your own audience. It's a shortcut. You don't need to pay for ads. You can just show up and do the work, and people see you and hear you right away in real time. And you are able to build trust, and then they can sign up for your other paid offers, or they can work with you one-on-one, or maybe they can sign up for your list. And finally, is where to find clients is go to other people's events. And in particular, for online language teachers, it's a summit or it's a conference where other people are organizing it, and you can bring your expertise and say, please consider me to be one of your speakers. And if you can't be a speaker, you can be a part of a community and in the forum and answer questions, which might be really helpful as well. Or you can organize an event. You can contact 5 to 10 people that really inspire you in the online language teaching world and bring them together and create an event and give each one of them an opportunity to promote it to their audiences. And then you will have a 2-3 day event, conference, summit, workshop, masterclass, whatever you will call it, that will bring together so many people and inspire so many people and will introduce you and your work to them. This is why I put together Online Teacher Summit, is so I can bring together a number of online language teachers that can share their expertise in how to create content that is going to make the most impact and bring students and clients their way. So I want to encourage you to join the summit, to tell other people about the summit. This is an incredible, incredible chance for you to grow, to have a different perspective on the problem that you might have, and to also seek counsel and hear what other people are doing, other teachers, make connection in the event so that you can go and do collaborative projects with the people so that you can see and reach more audience with other people's help. Connections are so vital. My business began changing and really going online from a tiny little cluster of one-on-one students that all came by word of mouth that I somehow knew from the people I somehow knew. When I made connections, my business went online full time. Like people from other countries and people that didn't speak my mother tongue would connect with me and would eventually, read my blog, buy my book, sign up for my course, and so forth. And the same can happen to you. And I've seen that happen to a number of teachers. And yes, it might be scary in the beginning. And yes, you will feel really embarrassed going online, right? You will feel like, oh, I don't know how this tech thing works. And you will not always know the answers. And you will, at some point, look clumsy and maybe salesy. And that's okay. When you're teaching a language, when you're coaching somebody, this is one of the lines that you tell them all the time. When you start talking, you're not going to be talking as an advanced speaker. But in order to talk as an advanced speaker, you need to be willing to make mistakes and be on the sort of elementary kind of level and sound like maybe a little silly at times. And when you're learning how to sell and market, you're going to look a little salesy in the beginning. And again, that's okay. But this is how you're going to get better. This is how you're going to find your own audience. And this is how you'll be able to impact this audience and connect with them. Well, I hope this was a helpful video. I wanted to try out how the YouTube Live works, and now I did. I was courageous and brave being here with just a handful of people, and maybe not even a handful, and that's okay too. I'm so thankful. If you're going to watch the recording and you have questions about the summit or finding clients, please leave them in the comments. I would love to interact with you. And if you want more information about Online Teacher Summit, I encourage you to check out the link and actually join this weekend. There's so much value already. Before you join, so many bonuses. You can learn, you can do watercolors, you can doodle, and it will expand your creativity and help you find incredible solutions. Felix, thank you so much for being here and for supporting me today. I appreciate everybody who will be watching this recording. Have a lovely rest of the day and a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.